Sometimes prayers are answered so gently, we don't recognize them at first. At 18, I had prayed for years for one thing, a man who would be the opposite of my father. Not loud, not frightening, not powerful in a way that made people disappear. Safe, kind, soft. And then, in South Africa, in a classroom I had never wanted to enter, I met a boy who looked nothing like the lion I had feared. His name was Sebastian. The Journey of a Fearless Soul, Episode 3, The Boy Who Loved Me First. He was German, sweet-looking, ordinary, in the most beautiful way. Not intimidating, not dramatic, not the kind of man who entered a room and made the air change. He was simply there. And yet, I noticed him noticing me. He looked at me often. Not in a way that scared me, not in a way that demanded anything, just softly, curiously. But there was something I couldn't understand. He spoke to everyone except me. And because I was young, reserved, and still learning how to be chosen, I wondered if I was imagining it. Sebastian loved bringing people together. He was always organizing something, a restaurant, a trip, an activity after school, and every time he invited everyone else first. Then he turned to me. Celestine, do you want to come too? Most of the time, I said no. I was careful, reserved, still learning the language, still learning myself. But one day, for reasons I still can't fully explain, I said yes. That evening, something changed. He sat next to me. He had a little to drink, just enough courage to say what he hadn't been able to say in class. He leaned closer and whispered, "You're very pretty." I froze for a second. Then I smiled. It was the first time he told me, and somehow it was the first time I understood. He hadn't been looking at me because I was different. He had been looking at me because he liked me. After that, he became braver. He asked if we could spend time together, just the two of us. I said, yes. And suddenly, we were always together. The beach, the cinema, restaurants, the waterfront, the mountains, the winelands. The places I was still discovering became places we discovered together. At the movies, we kissed for the first time. It was innocent, sweet, the kind of kiss that doesn't ask for anything, the kind that simply says, "I like being close to you." His English wasn't perfect. Mine was still growing. So we carried dictionaries. Two young people falling in love between translations. He searched for a word. I searched for another. Sometimes we misunderstood each other. Sometimes we laughed. But somehow we always understood what mattered. Looking back, I think love doesn't need perfect grammar. Sometimes it only needs two people willing to keep trying. Every day, he brought me something. A lollipop, a flower, a rose. They were small things, but to a girl who had grown up watching love arrive with fear, those small acts felt enormous. He wasn't trying to impress me, He was simply thinking of me day after day. I kept every rose. I let them dry and placed them carefully inside a box. Proof that softness existed. Proof that attention could be gentle. Proof that a man could give without taking. And proof that I could be loved without being afraid. He was nothing like my father. My father was powerful. Sebastian was gentle. My father was feared. Sebastian made me feel safe. My father filled rooms with his presence. Sebastian filled my days with tenderness. And at 18, that felt like an answer to a prayer. I had asked God for the opposite, and there he was, not a lion, just a boy, a sweet German boy who brought me flowers and told me I was beautiful. He stayed in South Africa for 2 months. 2 months. That felt like a whole little lifetime. He came to meet my host family. I visited his. We kissed, we talked, we explored, and little by little, we fell deeper in love. But I was still the good girl, the careful girl, the girl who had learned that a girl's body could become a story people used against her. So I waited, and he waited with me. Then came his last night, the night before he had to leave. I hadn't planned to give him that part of me, but sometimes the heart, the body, and goodbye meet in a place where plans become smaller than feelings. That night, I crossed a line I had protected for a long time, not because he pressured me, he never did, but because I loved him, and because he was leaving. The next day, I took him to the airport. I told myself I would be strong. In my family, love wasn't something we said out loud. We didn't grow up saying, "I love you." We didn't cry at goodbyes. We didn't really know how to show tenderness. So I tried not to cry. Then he hugged me, looked into my eyes, and said, "I love you." He was the first person to ever say those words to me. Not because he had to, not because it was expected, simply because he felt them. And suddenly, I couldn't stop crying. Not politely, not quietly. I cried like something inside me had finally been seen. As I watched him walk toward the gate, I honestly believed our story was over. When he left, he gave me his pullover. For an entire week, I didn't wash it. I wore it to bed every night because it still smelled like him. At 18, that smell felt like a bridge between South Africa and Germany, between having him and missing him, between the boy who had left and the girl who couldn't stop loving him. But then, something happened. He called. Not once, not sometimes, every day, every single day. I would hear the phone ring and my whole face would light up. We spoke for hours, laughing, listening, learning each other. Our English improved, our feelings deepened, and the distance didn't end the relationship, it grew it. He told his family about me, and in Germany, his family began to worry. Before choosing South Africa, Sebastian had to choose between London and Cape Town. He chose Cape Town. His parents were worried. To them, Africa wasn't yet a place filled with real people, real cities, real families, real girls with nail polish, dreams, and ordinary lives. It was an idea, a stereotype, a fear. And now, their son had come home saying he was in love with me. They didn't know what to expect, and I didn't yet know how often love between two worlds requires translation, not only of words, but of cultures, of histories, of assumptions, and of fear. 2 months later, he came back, for me. This time, it was Christmas, and the boy I thought I would never see again was standing right in front of me. Some reunions feel like proof that you weren't imagining it, proof that it was real, proof that someone can leave and still choose to come back. And in that moment, I knew our story was only just beginning. Then, on New Year's Eve, by a beautiful pool overlooking the water, he asked me to marry him. "Will you marry me?" And without hesitation, I said yes. In that moment, I was the happiest girl in the world. The girl who had prayed for the opposite of her father had found him. The safe one, the romantic one, the gentle one, the one who called every day, the one who said, "I love you" first, the one who came back. I called my mother. I couldn't wait to tell her. I was engaged. I was young, deeply in love, completely certain. And certainty is one of youth's most beautiful illusions. Later, I went to Germany. The first time I met his family, I walked up to his mother and gave her a hug. And I remember feeling something change, relief, as if the moment she embraced me, she realized I wasn't an idea, I wasn't a stereotype. I was simply a young woman who loved her son. The first gift they gave me was a German book, a new language waiting for me, a new country waiting for me, and a future I thought I already understood. His family welcomed me, but they also had many things to learn. Some of the children were surprised that I wore nail polish. One of them thought I had grown up playing with lions in the jungle. People asked innocent questions that made me realize how little they knew about the place I came from. And little by little, I became a bridge between Cameroon and Germany, between Africa and Europe, between what people imagined and what was real. I loved them. I called his parents Mom and Dad. I became part of their world. And for a while, it felt like love hadn't only given me a boy, it had given me another family. For 4 years, we loved each other across the distance. He came to South Africa, I went to Germany, again and again. Airports became part of our story. Hello, goodbye, I miss you. I'll call you later. See you soon. While I studied, he waited. While he worked with his family, I dreamed. We knew we would marry one day. After my bachelor's degree, after my father gave his blessing, after the distance was finally over. Our future always seemed to begin after one more thing. Eventually, Sebastian came to Cameroon to meet my father. My father was skeptical. A young German boy wanted to marry his daughter. He didn't know what to expect. Then one day, we were in the village. Children were playing football outside. Without thinking, Sebastian took off his shoes and joined them, barefoot. He laughed, he ran, he played like one of them. My father watched him, and something softened. Years later, he told me that was the moment he began to like him. Because he realized Sebastian wasn't proud, he wasn't arrogant, he didn't think he was better than anyone else. He was simply a young man who loved football enough to play barefoot with children in a small village in Cameroon. After I finished my bachelor's degree, life moved quickly. There were plans, documents, decisions, and then Copenhagen, a secret wedding. My mother knew, my father didn't. I remember my hand shaking as I signed the papers, not because I didn't love him, but because I felt so alone. No one from my family was there. No father walking me towards this new chapter. No familiar faces, just me, him, and his family. Even then, I knew I was making a decision that would change the rest of my life. A few months later, we flew to Cameroon and got married again. This time, openly. A traditional wedding, a church wedding, and a civil ceremony by the beach. 26 people came from Germany, family, friends, all the way to Cameroon. Seeing them wear traditional clothes, laugh together, dance together, felt so special. It was beautiful, big, colorful, emotional. Two worlds meeting under the same sun. For a moment, it felt like love had done something miraculous. It had crossed continents, languages, families, cultures, distance, and somehow it had brought all of us together. After the wedding, we returned to Germany, ready to begin our life together. But beginning a life together is very different from dreaming about one. In South Africa, I had learned to be independent. I had lived away from my parents. I had studied, made my own choices, found my own way. But in Germany, Sebastian was still living with his parents, working in the family business, sleeping in the same house where he had grown up. And I truly loved his family, but deep inside, I longed for something that was ours, a place we could call home. My best friend from university was German. She was from Berlin. One day, as she began applying to universities, she looked at me and said, "Why don't you apply too?" So I did. At first, everyone seemed supportive, perhaps because they didn't think I would be accepted. But I was. Berlin accepted me, a master's degree, a new city, a bigger world, and deep inside, I knew I was going. Then came the first crack. One morning, I woke up to the sound of an argument. His mother didn't want him to leave. She wanted him to stay. Stay in the family business, stay in the village, stay close. And suddenly, the safe boy I loved was standing between two worlds. His family and me. Their plans and mine. Their dreams and my ambition. I listened without saying a word. As a little girl, I had prayed for the opposite of my father, and God had answered that prayer. But I was beginning to understand something I could never have understood as a child. The opposite of danger is not always strength. Sometimes the opposite of fear is safety. And sometimes being safe isn't enough. So, God did answer your prayer. Yes, He did. He gave me the opposite of my father, someone gentle, romantic, kind, safe, a boy who loved me first. But there's something I didn't understand back then. Childhood prayers are simple. Life isn't. And then what happened? Well, that's when I learned that being safe isn't the same thing as being whole.